Welcome back to Open Forum on the Women's Radio Network. I'm your host, Lisa Singer, and my next guest is Jean Marie Prince. She's the president and owner of JMP Business Consultant, Inc., and that's in Long Island, New York. Hi, Jean Marie.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm
Thank
good.
you
How are
for this
you?
opportunity. Good.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to have you. Well, first of all, tell me a little bit about JMP Business Consultant, because it sounds like a business type of organization, but really it's far from it. I mean, obviously you're a business, but you're really
Right.
into inspiring people. So tell me a little bit about what you guys do, or what you do.
What it is that I do speaking engagements. God had blessed me to write a book called Inspired Blessings, led by God to inspire the world with love, faith, and hope, where I literally heard, in the fall of 2010, walking the parking lot, do the book. And I took a huge leap of faith, knowing I'm not a writer, no formal experience, didn't go to college. And so I take this huge leap of faith, went on my first YouTube and told people to join me on this journey that God told me to write this book. And and it's just been an amazing journey that He's put me on. And so, in which I have the book, and also God blessed me with over 100 inspirational sayings. I used to have stores all over the country that used to sell them, and now I decided to only sell them on my website, and in which they could get it on, and it's just amazing. And from occupations to individual, family, scenarios, so I'm saying there's a bunch of categories of different inspirational things that they can be able to
Well, now
purchase.
you say that God told you to write the book, and that was back in what, 1998?
No, 2010.
Oh, 2010. Okay.
Yeah.
So, so at that time you said, okay, I'm going to write this book. And what are you trying to, how are you trying to inspire people? And what are you trying to have them get from the book and from your speaking?
In the book, I kind of explain, first of all, is like, I always used to wonder, why was I saved? And what I mean by that was I was found 2 days old in a public bathroom in Korea, in Seoul, Korea. I say left to die, okay, but God had a different plan. Someone saved me, found me, brought me to an orphanage. I lived there till I was 5 years old, and I was adopted to an American family. So what I'm saying is that I share about my life. I share about the hope, that God had given me, and through my own story, personal testimony in my book. Then I also will put in 14 of the true stories of other individuals and their trials and their blessings. And then I put 40. I chose 40 inspirations. I put them in there, and I put why I was inspired to write it. And like I chose the one like after Columbine High School, after September 11th, after people contemplating suicide, searching for God, losing loved ones. So there's a whole bunch of different trials that happen in life. And so my purpose is, I feel is that God saved me, is to inspire the world with love, faith, and hope. And so now, another thing
as bad as it can get, do you want to help people to be inspired by what you went through, and also what other people who have shared their stories, because it will get better.
Right. So now God has also blessed me with a TV show called Inspired Blessings with Jean Marie Prince. So I have individuals that share their personal testimonies of going through trials and how God helped them to get through it. I also then will have organizations that I believe in the cause of what they're doing that I'd like to support, and I let them share because I want people to know about it,
Yeah.
And now another thing God's blessing me with is I'm working on my first album, and I'm not a singer. I have no experience in this. I mean, it's just amazing. But what it is the first 2 years when these inspirations came out, they came out with melodies, with the lyrics. So now I'm producing, having them produced. So it's just amazing. And so now you could say the business angle is that I'm starting to partner with different companies or corporations, organizations that are looking to raise money for their organizations, because it's tough out there. So by them, it's the simplest online fundraising program. They just put my website onto their link, and they put some information about who I am and so on, and then they could be able to just say, if you purchase any of these products on here, on her website, we will get a credit towards our organization, okay? And in which then at the end of the year, because when they go to do, at the end, they could just put, whatever organization name. So now at the end of the year, I know who to make a check out to and send a donation based on their purchases.
And so what kind of, who do you talk to? Who inspires you, I guess?
Who inspires me is like other people that have gone through trials and how, they have actually, have been able to get through it through putting their faith and trust in God. And my God is Jesus Christ.
And this is something that you want to share with others so you can help to inspire everyone.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? My other purpose is that a lot of people in this world just don't realize that God even exists. You know what I'm saying? And they're walking around blinded and just have no hope because to them, there's nobody out there that can change their situation. But look what God did in my life. He's totally changed my situation. I would have never have expected to be who I am today. I mean, you know, well, now I can say author, producer, TV show host, songwriter, photographer. You know what I mean? I never would have expected to do that. Previous,
right. Well, I think that a lot of people too have a faith in God. Maybe it doesn't go as strongly as yours. Maybe it does. I think everyone has different levels of it, and other people can say to you, and I'll be the devil's advocate. And I do believe in God, so I'm not saying no for that. But what I'm saying is, for you, with that success story, there are others who maybe were left babies that were left and didn't survive or didn't make it through, or people who don't survive certain things or don't understand why something happens. So I think there has to be a lot of faith involved. So I think having inspiring stories, I think that's important for everyone to open up to their hearts and realize that, you know, things as bad as they can get, there's always hope for something better. But I think they also have to have a little bit of more of a faith that maybe some people have less of, and you obviously have more of. And maybe I think I can understand why people feel that way, because sometimes people question their faith just because of situations in their lives.
Right. But
so what do you say to that person, I guess?
Well, you know, the thing is that it's just a matter of researching for themselves, asking God, you know, to really reveal himself more to them. You know what I'm saying? And that their faith can become stronger. And so I mean, God gives us the Bible. Research in there, and he says to you, you know, if you ask, seek, and knock, you will find me. But you have to take the first step, you know. And on the business angle, if you know, since this is a business, you know, women's network type of thing, I do have to say that my platform, I feel that I could be able to speak about is taking that leap of faith. Don't let the obstacles, don't let people tell you, you know, all these negative things, and to try to tell you that, you know, oh, you can't succeed, or it's nothing. I mean, in the beginning, when I first wrote these inspirations, I had even some family close members, you know, that were not positive with their feedback, that I would have just really said, oh, forget it. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to give up. But you know what? But it was just by faith that I believed that this to be true. You know, that this was something of God. And so I
agree. I don't want to cut you off, Jean Marie, but we are out of time. But I do want to say I do agree with what you're saying. I think that people continue to need to be, well, we are inspired so many times by so many different things that happen in the world. And I think we need to continue to be inspired I'm very, you know, I think having faith is something we all need to have, and to trust in things. It's not always easy to do, but I think the more we can, I think that's the better for us. I think it makes us feel better ourselves, and hopefully we can do better in the world. So thank you. I appreciate you talking with me.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. And I do want to remind everyone that I'm speaking with Jean Marie Prince, and she is the president and owner of JMP Business Consultant, Inc. And she's in Long Island, New York. But as she mentioned, she has books. You can go to a website. You can read the books, read the website, be inspired by her by going to www.jeanmarieprince.com. And again, that's Jean, Jean, Marie Prince.com. And you've been listening to Open Forum on the Women's Radio Network, and I'm going to take a quick break, but when I return, my